Hey guys, Josh here again with Windy City Equipment, back with another episode of how to be a successful technician, have a successful career as a technician. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that is very, very, very important in this industry, and I can honestly say that I think it is every single service company's biggest issue across the country, and that is communication. But expanding on communication is communicating properly. All right. If you ask any single customer that decides to switch service companies, most likely it's going to have something to do with communication, something that traces back to a communication problem, whether it be internally or externally, communicating to the customer, communicating amongst the technicians, amongst the office. It is so hard in field service to make sure that everybody is on the same page at all times. So that's been a major focus of mine in Windy City, is making sure we have impeccable communication across the board, no matter how big or how small we are. So, a couple of things to remember as a technician. You need to communicate anything and everything that you know down to the smallest detail on every single job. All right. So, for example, if you walk into a customer and they've got 5 fryers in a row, or 6 reach-ins in a row, you may think, okay, well, maybe I'll say the number 2 fryer from the left. All right, and that's pretty good, but take it a step further, label exactly what serial number you're looking at, and communicate that in your dispatch notes, in your invoices, the work order. Communicate it to the office, whoever's tracking the account. Make sure they know exactly what serial number you're working on, and if you're dispatched to work on a specific model with a specific serial number and you get there and it's something else, make sure you communicate that as well. But you need to be as specific as possible to isolate that piece of equipment. Not only that, but customer concerns, verbal concerns that they express to you while you're on site. You are the company's eyes and ears, so they rely on you not only to fix the problem with any piece of equipment you're working on, but also communicate from the customer exactly what needs to be done. Because you know as well as I do that a lot of times when the customer calls in and you go out, whatever they said on the phone could be completely wrong, or it could be something completely different, or there could be other problems evident on site that they just didn't mention, forgot to mention when they called in the dispatch. So communication is very, very, very important. You need to take any and all information that you have in your head on every job and every situation and communicate it to as many people as you can. And that includes your service manager, your dispatcher, the office manager, anybody that needs to know, and especially the customer. Um, Customers will appreciate good communication more than anybody else. And if you can appease the customer, you can be a good technician. So, and additionally, think outside the box a little bit. Find other ways. We communicate here via email, via text message, via phone. We also have an internal company communication software that we use that's on all the phones, the tablets, the computers, and everything is real time. And everybody has conversations every single day with everybody else about just an array of different things. And if you're using the right service software, your company is using the right service software, all of that information can be logged. All right, and this includes models, serial numbers, pictures, just location notes, any and all things that have to do with the job and with being a technician and with the equipment that you're working on needs to be communicated, because the smallest thing, or what you think might be the smallest thing, could be devastating if it's not logged properly. All it takes is one question from a customer, or one question from the owner of the company, or a manager, somebody of that nature, to ask that question and then not receive the response and confidence that they want. So in order to have a successful career as a service technician, need to know exactly how to communicate any and all information. All right. So I know that sounds basic, but you'd be surprised, and I promise you that this issue, this topic, is going to come up in your career at some point, probably multiple times, probably a few thousand times. But anyway, the point is, make sure to communicate everything. I cannot stress that enough. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and catch us next week for another episode.